This is not just milk. It's Dairy Gold milk. It's farm fresh and it's delicious.
The news.
Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of our news. To present the news, my name is Mwema Shanshima. We take a look at the stories making headlines. The United Party for National Development UPND candidate Lufeyo Ngoma has won the Lumwezi parliamentary seat with 11,000. In honor of June's Mental Health Awareness Month, with a special focus on men and boys, Lead Foundation Zambia organized an impactful outreach initiative aimed at raising awareness around both mental and productive health. Chililabombe residents on the Copper Belt have raised alarm over persistent water shortages and the continued supply of discolored and foul-smelling water, which may deem unfit for consumption. Zambia will be hoping to extend their record number of COSAFA titles at under-20 level to 13 when they compete at the Region 5 Games in Windhoek, Namibia, from July 4th to 13th, having been beaten in the final of the regional championships last year.
The news. 88.5 Sun FM.
And now the news. The United Party for National Development UPND candidate Lufeyo Ngoma has won the Lumwezi parliamentary seat with 11,521 votes. Mr. Ngoma was seconded by Godson Banda of the New Congress Party, who had 6,821 votes, while Citizens First candidate Wiseman Vula came in third with 556 votes. Fourth was UPPZ's Isaiah Banda, who trailed closely with 544 votes. Lumwezi constituency returning officer George Mwanza announced that a total of 354 ballots were rejected during the electoral process.
21 votes. Ngoma Lufeyo 11,000.
In honor of June's Mental Health Awareness Month, with a special focus on men and boys, Lead Foundation Zambia organized an impactful outreach initiative aimed at raising awareness around both mental and reproductive health. Lead Foundation Zambia, in collaboration with human rights defender William Mwale, conducted a school sensitization outreach at Malasha Secondary School in Indola's Kamba ward. The outreach, attended by 80 in-school adolescents, provided a safe platform for open dialogue on mental well-being, a topic often stigmatized in many communities. Mental health professionals and social workers spearheaded the sessions, engaging students in informative discussions and interactive activities. During the program, several students courageously shared their personal experiences related to mental health, highlighting the urgent need for accessible and youth-friendly mental health services. Lead Foundation Zambia's National Programs Coordinator, Besnat Msonda, emphasized the broader vision of the outreach.
In a quest to improve mental health services awareness for adolescents and young people, a Copperbelt-based civil society organization, Lead Foundation Zambia, with its co-partner William Mwale, organized a school outreach program in Kamba Ward that also addressed menstrual hygiene in schools, sharing insights of a descriptive study of knowledge, experiences, and challenges faced by schoolgirls.
Your entire body needs to be active. But there are certain people that are sort of idle. You don't want to move, you don't want to exercise, you don't want to do any chores. That is going to affect the way your brain is going to release hormones. So our bodies have ways in which hormones are released. That's how God created us, okay? But there are other factors that can contribute. So yes, it's possible for someone to have a period this month, then the next 3 months they don't have. But that has to tell that there's something wrong with your hormones at that particular time.
The organizers of the activity also shared with the students concerns regarding mental health from society, presenting participants with an opportunity to have an open conversation on the issue, coupled with donations of various school items and materials.
When someone speaks of mental health, they are not saying umuntu wapi, because I received a number of answers from people to say the moment when someone says mental health,
depression is when you're overthinking, and mostly if you can't control your mind when you're overthinking, if music can't heal that, if maybe playing football can't heal that, it's very important to speak out, especially when you're depressed. If you have an opportunity to have a mentor like we have now, you can speak out to them, because depression mostly deals with thinking, and when you're depressed you end up making decisions that aren't right. You make things in a hasty situation that you regret later on.
When one participates in recreation activities can probably calm someone's depression, you know.
Besnat Musonda, who is Lead Foundation Zambia National Programs Coordinator, highlighted the significance of the program.
Conducted this amazing awareness concerning mental health, which involves young people. We have a number of suicides in our communities where we're coming from, because young people, they are not aware. So we've taken much interest as an organization to educate people like this. So we'd love to thank even the schools which are allowing us to educate.
The same sentiments were also echoed by Malasha Secondary School guidance and counseling teacher.
We are coming from a generation where it was a sign of weakness for a boy or a man to talk about their issues that are affecting their mental health, their psychology. And so we just want to thank Lead Foundation that they have come on board in educating the learners on issues concerning mental health.
On the other hand, local residents expressed happiness for the works Lead Foundation Zambia and William Mwale, a good governance activist, have been doing in the community.
All thanks to Lead Foundation, as well as the good governance activist, Honorable William Mwale, for a job well done.
For students like Foster Mundia, being part of the beneficiaries of Lead Foundation programs has transformed her life in positive ways.
I learned how to cope with my emotions whenever I'm depressed, I'm stressed, or I'm feeling like I'm anxious about something. Again, I learned how to be a public speaker, like I can talk to someone who's facing kinds of different types of situations.
Talk about anti-flow. Hey, let's talk about something important. Menstrual hygiene. It's time to break the silence and prioritize education and resources so we can all feel more confident and empowered.
Lucky Kalunga, reporting for Sun TV News in Indola.
Chilelabombe residents on the Copper Belt have raised alarm over persistent water shortages and the continued supply of discolored and foul-smelling water, which may deem unfit for consumption. For several weeks, areas such as Kawama and Mine Township have experienced inconsistent water availability, with some households enduring days without any supply. When water is available, residents report it appears brown and emits a strong odor, raising serious health concerns. Community members are now calling on the Mulunga Water Supply and Sanitation Company to urgently investigate the issue, identify the source of contamination, and restore a reliable and safe water supply for all affected households.
Eronga ya isa yare ramba menshi mumara ya na tukyusha sana menshi yakaina amenshi yo turerira kuri ba Mulunga na muno ko tuenda na mabaketi turi okutapo kutali sana menshi na tukyusha amenshi nga baposa kwa manu ba Mulunga nishi batwafu na muno bambya abantu abo bareta po kwa menshi uko barefuma okutali so batuwafueko ffe kuli wa mulongo
nga ne ba China nabo baletera bakubika efimu pipe ebaleta district twisube nangufimu kati lero mbokuta kuba muonga batubombera ko information zobekesha because ibwo bwafe wotulegota sana ma toilet ile firwa kufurahisha kwa mnango ya mtoile amesho kutelea mkutapa tuleta papanshi
sio kushupa kaidi bale ilishanya sana pamishi bale ilishanya menshi kaidi amalaiti yalishupa sio filishupa.
Zambia district has achieved a bumper harvest of 20,000 metric tons of maize in the 2024-25 farming season, one of the highest yields in recent years. With annual consumption at around 20,000 metric tons for its 109,700 residents, this season output exceeds local needs and positions Zambia as a potential contributor to national food reserves. District Agriculture Coordinator Duncan Nyirongo shared the achievement during the recently concluded District Agriculture Show in Lubaya Ward. He credited the success to effective agriculture policies introduced by the New Dawn government. Mr. Nyirongo also revealed that 16,800,043,200 was dispersed in crop loans under the Sustainable Agriculture Credit Facility, supporting 292 smallholder farmers, while 7,800 farmers benefited from the Farmer Input Support Program, FISIP, a figure expected to increase following the realignment of 2 agricultural camps from Kazungula district in Zambia.
Zambia district produced 27,000 metric tons of maize grain in this particular season. Now, with that level of production that we have this season, it means that Zambia district will be food secure up to the end of this particular year, 2025. It is at that same point that I would love to appeal to all the farmers that before they sell any of their maize grain to any trader or indeed to FRA, let them ensure that food reservation at family level or household level is attained. The district guest of honor, sir, benefited from the Sustainable Agriculture Financing Facility crop production component a total of 16,843,200 kwacha, benefiting 292 of our farmers.
Representing Council Secretary Collins Simonga, Director of Community Services Bridget Banda reaffirmed the local authorities' commitment to agriculture development through infrastructure investments and farmer empowerment aimed at strengthening food and nutrition security.
The 2025 Zambia District Agriculture Show hosted in Yaba Ward. This year's theme, adapting to climate change, could not have been more timely as we gather here today. We are reminded that agriculture remains the heartbeat of our district economy, and yet it is among the sectors most vulnerable to changing climate conditions. Ladies and gentlemen, as a council, we remain committed to support agriculture through infrastructure development, farmer empowerment, and cross-sectoral partnerships that promote climate-smart practices. We are working closely with Ministry of Agriculture, operating partners, and traditional leadership to ensure that Zambia moves towards food security, improved nutrition, and sustainable income generation. In conclusion, let us use this platform not just to celebrate our achievements, but also to learn from one another, network, and commit ourselves to actions that will safeguard our environment and enhance our productivity. On behalf of Zambia Town Council, I wish all exhibitors and participants a successful day rewarding show. Thank you so much.
Meanwhile, Southern Province Agriculture Coordinator Alfred Sianjase cautioned agro dealers against exploitative practices, condemning cases where inputs are not stocked visibly despite being paid for.
Do not be scared by that. Don't accept it. You refuse to share. Government does not allow sharing of packs. Each farmer who is a beneficiary gets a pack which is complete. Good. Let me also comment. The last part I want to comment is on the implementation of FISIP this coming season. I want to assure you that this year we are going to implement FISIP using e-voucher. Now, again, this sometimes the problem comes from the farmers. You accept to swipe for things you are not seeing in the shop. Do you go in a shop and pay for things you have not picked and then you are told come tomorrow? So again, you never accept to swipe for things that are not in the shop.
And District Commissioner Robinson Mulafu applauded farmers for embracing climate-smart agriculture and reiterated government's effort to make agriculture a cornerstone of Zambia's economic growth.
We are touring the stands. We realize that our people are already adapting and are embracing these strategies. They are moving from climate-smart agriculture and agroforestry to improve the seed varieties and livestock rearing. The practices which they are doing are suiting to changing climates. Force inspire confidence and deserve both recognition and support. The government of the day, under the able leadership of Mr. Hakainde Hichilema as president, is willing to support you in all your endeavors. You as our farmers, you are the backbone of the economy. The government is aware of your challenges. If access to inputs, extension services, markets or credit.
The show, held under the theme Adapting to Climate Change, gathered farmers, cooperatives, agro-dealers, and government officials in a joint commitment to a resilient, sustainable agricultural sector. This is in a statement issued by Zimba Town Council through Assistant Public Relations Officer Maston Monze. We take a break, and when we return, we have sports news.
Imagine having nature's secrets to health and vitality in a bottle. Introducing Lifeway Shot Health Drink. Ginger for digestion. Beetroot for stamina. Aloe vera for skin. Tamarind for metabolism. Baobab for immune support. Lifeway Shot. Embrace wellness naturally.
And in sports news, Zambia aims to add to their record haul of COSAFA Under-20 titles, seeking a 13th championship when they compete at the Region 5 Games in Windhoek, Namibia, from July 4th to 13th. The team narrowly missed out last year, falling 2-0 to South Africa in the final. COSAFA Media reports that Zambia has demonstrated consistent form at this level, winning 5 of the 10 tournaments they entered since 2010. Their recent run includes a silver medal and 2 fourth-place finishes with only 2 group stage exits. Last year, Zambia progressed to the semi-finals as the best runner-up after a pool-stage loss to Angola, then defeated Zimbabwe on penalties, falling a 2-2 draw. However, they fell to eventual to eventual champions South Africa in the final. In 2022, Zambia's title run featured group victories over Mauritius, Eswatini, and Botswana, followed by a penalty shootout win over Angola in the semi-finals and a 1-0 trophy over Mozambique in the final. The 2019 team under coach Oswald Mutapa swept the group stage before comprehensive wins over Angola and South Africa in the knockout rounds. A similarly dominant showing in 2016 led to victory over host South Africa in the final. Zambia then went on to claim the 2017 Africa Under-20 Championship and impressed at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in South Korea. Despite their pedigree, the team has experienced setbacks, including a group stage exit in 2017 and semi-final losses in 2018 and 2020. Still, with 11 appearances at the Continental Under-20 Championship and a rich legacy of success, Zambia's young stars are well positioned to contend once again. Thank you for watching. My name is production team. Good afternoon.
Sun FM.
Oh, what a bad day. When everything is bright and golden. The sun is shining in the mighty morning. Without my family in that moment, that day would have been a bad day.
Yeah, everyone's bad day is my bad day. But guess what? When my banja comes together, there are no bad days.
Banja washing powder, the family detergent.
Shake and sip down in your soul. What you waiting for? Come on, let's go. Shake and sip. Get up and show me how to shake and sip. Get up off your feet.
Shake things up with Shake and Sip Fruity Milk.
Shake and sip. Go, go, go. Every moment you be in the zone. Shake it up, shake and sip. It's the way to
Shake
go.
and Sip, when fresh meets fruity.
This is the Friday edition of News on News. I am Evans Malasha. Remember to participate. You will be calling us on the number 0955 855 953. Let's take a look at some of the stories that made headlines. The United Party for National Development, UPND candidate Lufema Ngoma has won the Lumezi parliamentary seat with 11,521 votes. In honor of June's Mental Health Awareness Month, with a special focus on men and boys, Lead Foundation Zambia organized an impactful outreach initiative aimed at raising awareness around both mental and reproductive health. Chidilabomboe residents on the Copper Belt have raised alarm of persistent water shortages and the continued supply of discolored and foul-smelling water, which may deem unfit for consumption. While Zambia district has achieved a bumper harvest of 27,000 metric tons of maize in the 2024-2025 farming season, one of the highest yields in recent years. Finally, in sports, Zambia will be hoping to extend their round number of COSAFA titles at the under 20 level to 13 when they compete at the region of 5 games in Windhoek, Namibia from July 4th to 13th, having been beaten in their final of the regional championships last year. 0955 855 953, that is the number. Through to Sun FM, good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Fine.
Mr. Duncan, please do go ahead.
Yeah, don't forget to contact EPNG. Papuina, yes, I'm a direction. No one to remain, I was some directions. Contact the EPNG. Mona. Actually, the home that I'm in government issue. Now, my government figures, the government. Inga pusha ama ikizo tukubantu pangatete tu ama ikizo naba tukubo the police put them in peace mawombeni el kutimbi ndivyo kwa tofauti kasi na mimi sina shuka nama like I think ma what I think is bomb report na just bomb report kwa tia ama complaint yama like na yameshi hapo. Thank you, Captain Zambia.
Thank you. 0955 855 953, that is the number you are calling on this particular afternoon. It is the Friday edition of Views on News. Do give me a call. That's 0955 855 953. That is the number you are calling on this particular afternoon. Through to Sun FM, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Marasha Mwabumba Chani.
Abamba Febuino, Vashan Manaban.
Febuino, I can't put it. Narasande poshe ina chumpo matiberenge ama farmers we grout yaliko inomba pali ino shitana abasombola bwino lokula byale kya ikirimo kya kusana kanti shitaya drought ndayafika ngana muri mecha ikirimo kya kusana kula bali mbuku wasombola ko bwino ukunga mwalimine binzi mwasombola ko binzi sitinga fyakana na bakita sana advice bwino tena senda ko lokufala abo violations aho mwanji mutendo twaleka biro yine twalirire notikula mpanga kula pia palama by-election atuangupati kwa kumi omulopwa chani Zambia is a Christian country. So twila patule umpasa tao sinti wino tuli wansu wa marashi.
Tutotela. 0955 855 953, that is the number you are calling on this particular afternoon. It is the Friday edition of Views on News, and you are calling to give us your views. Through to Sun FM, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, thank you. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Patrick, within Indolo.
Please do go ahead.
Okay, I'm picking the issue of Mumezi by-election. Now, congratulations to UPND for scooping the seat. But I believe the Election Commission of Zambia would have postponed the election due to the feeling that you're having to allow for full participation of political players. I thank you.
Thank you. 0955 855 953. That is the number you are calling on this particular afternoon. Through to Sun FM, good afternoon.
Yes, Mama.
Ato bomba fa bueno, fue que tú bena parishan.
Bueno, fendera ndana novi. Hola.
Mukai ba konka nyepo.
Mukai ili ashiria kurumezi. Yatotela sana panto mfato bayipinzi bali sendo mpando. Kwa mara sasa kulikuwa kuna mfato kukwalifi congratulations kuri bayipinzi. Lero nifira matira wawa tabulaka betesho so tukomfotu betesho tulino kutumbuka mubati tikataka watabena rumezi na wonse n'abasarakare umuntu ngana ikarata kwa kabena ngubaka mbikira kulandara ndasyoshani watotera panta trefoya system ya makadda zikungwa cyo bakadde okushani hawe no space to Zambia bamora shamwe kataka kwa kana twafta ifo after kanye
I do have space for one more call before we wrap up today's edition of Views on News. Do call me on 0955 855 953. That is the number you're calling me on. Through to Sun FM, good afternoon.
My last caller, good afternoon. Ivan Saumbashan.
How am I feeling? I'm a television.
We say we know. I attend the cafe in a mesh, Kunokia Bombo. He just moved in my area as a mesh, but they chula by Ivan. I want to shoot your paper to become a photo. About the package, you shall see Hikuisa. Put Jaya Lambanga, this man would tap. What do I like Kalashan? It's the one of Ivan's Kashaka.
All right, that happens to be our last caller today's edition of Views on News. Thank you to everybody that managed to come through and air out their views on the news. This is still The Drive, and of course it's Fridays. Friday is for Afrobeat Fridays. We get into that and move and groove. We do have quite a number of stories that are unfolding as well, and we still have the Request Power Hour where you, the viewer and listener, will be coming through and letting us know what songs it is that you want to listen to on the last Friday of the month of June. Good afternoon.
There's nothing like a mother's love. Soft,